Underneath the heavy cloak of night, a thick fog rolled in, shrouding the ancient woods in an eerie silence. The once vibrant forest now stood as a skeletal maze of twisted branches and shadowy forms. The villagers knew better than to venture into these woods after darkness fell, but curiosity has a way of making the bravest foolhardy. For friends, Adam, Mia, Luke, and Isabella whispered amongst themselves as they crept along an overgrown path. Adam, the leader with a reckless streak, was convinced that the stories of the haunting were nothing but old wives' tales. Mia, with her sharp wit and cautious nature, had only agreed to come along to keep a close eye on Adam. Luke, ever the skeptic, scoffed at the very idea of ghosts, while Isabella, the quietest of the quartet, seemed to sense the malevolent presence that lurked in the shadows. Their breath turned to mist as the temperature plummeted, and they huddled closer, clutching their flashlights like lifelines. The deeper they ventured, the thicker the fog grew, distorting their surroundings into a hellish landscape of creeping dread. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the still night air, causing them all to freeze. "It's just the wind," Adam muttered, though his voice lacked conviction. Mia shot him a sidelong glance, her eyes wide with fear. They stumbled forward, reluctance painting every step, until they came upon a dilapidated cabin. Its weathered facade sagged under the weight of countless years, and the door hung ajar, as if beckoning them inside. "We should turn back," Isabella whispered, her voice barely audible. But Adam pushed forward, daring the others to follow. Inside, the cabin was a tableau of decay. Dust motes danced in the beams of their flashlights, and the scent of mildew clung to the air. An old rocking chair creaked ominously in one corner, moving with a life of its own. "Who's there?" Luke barked, his bravado cracking. Silence answered him. Mia's flashlight flickered, casting grotesque shadows that seemed to crawl along the peeling wallpaper. Suddenly, the chair stopped, and the cabin erupted in a cacophony of ghostly whispers. The words were unintelligible, but their sinister intent was unmistakable. Adam's bravado melted away, replaced by sheer terror. "Run!" he screamed. They bolted from the cabin, tripping and stumbling over roots and rocks. The whispers followed, growing louder, more insistent. The fog thickened, blinding them, until they burst from the woods and into the safety of the village. Panting and wide-eyed, they dared not look back. The forest would forever bear the scars of their intrusion, and they knew, deep down, that some doors, once opened, can never be closed.